All right, do you have
Everything set up.
okay, I don't why do I not get a fucking notification?
I'm gonna send you that now.
All right, hold on. Nope. We have one person we lost. All the people that were in there. We are live already. Okay. God damn it. I just want to
Oh my goodness, what's going on, guys? We'll be back in a second. Hold on, let me get all of this fixed. All right, that's there. Let me fix this other thing.
Do you know how
Oh,
close?
how you feeling?
No,
over
you
there?
don't know how close I was to legitimately putting my fist through this fucking Mac. Just to be clear, because I want to clear this up. I changed nothing over here.
Ooh, so this sucks. It's I can't update the Instagram stuff. So the Instagram stuff is just gonna have to be. It is what it is. I can't change the story posts.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get up on your mic too, though.
Yeah. No, I was just not by the mic, guys. Okay, so we're all good. We're back. We're recording. Everything's great, right, Bo?
You know how frustrating it is to I like. Oh, I have so many problems with this Mac. So many problems.
I love that. So
It is constantly trying to like burst the vein in the middle of my forehead.
okay, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome
Son
to
of a-
Live on Two Wheels, your weekly motorcycle live show. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. We've had a eventful day today where a lot of things have gone wrong. We tried to bring it all together and do a premiere of our show or our video that came out today, like so we could like parlay people into the live show, and then utter catastrophe.
It's pretty much this entire week in a nutshell. It
Oh
is.
my
I just want to say it's Thursday already,
It is,
and I don't know what I've done. I've crisscrossed across like 7 different videos. Each one of them have their own, like the one we just premiered. When we recorded that, we put the footage on our server, and then later, like I think it was on a Friday, and then on Monday came in and played my audio, which if you've watched any of the videos that I've been in on the channel, you will know that I quite often have audio issues. And so I hit play and it was 0 seconds long, but like 700 megs in
Right.
size. So I'm just like,
Bo, do you think
cool.
Do you think it was the curse of the smart helmet?
I don't.
Anyway, okay, we got to do
don't
the
know what
intro.
it is.
We got to do. All right, so guys, this is Live on Two Wheels weekly motorcycle live show. Make sure to hit the like button if you're live in the chat. If you want to just listen to us, guys, this is we do put it out as a podcast platform as well. If you just search Live on Two Wheels, either on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Google Podcasts. If you're on Apple Podcasts, we'd love if you guys rated us over there. It's super helpful. Today, ironically, we're talking
about technology.
technology and how it never works. I kind of love it. So
I feel like you did this then.
I didn't do anything.
This is like a this is like a setup, the
Bro,
whole
if
time.
you guys, so my my Instagram is right here. You guys need to go watch my story because I did a little recording while Bo was losing all of his shit while we were down. Not to laugh at Bo.
No, that's what you do it all the time. You laugh at my anger and my sadness, and I hate it.
I can't. I'm laughing to not cry. So guys, before we get live on the show, Bo, if you could go to my screen, I got to talk about new Ride Apparel shirts, guys.
Hell yeah.
I'm wearing them.
We are on your screen now.
All right, so guys, for you guys that don't know, Ride Apparel is my my buddy and I's motorcycle apparel line. We stand for positivity in the riding community. We're trying to combat the very typical stereotypes that people think of as motorcyclists. You know, people think of motorcyclists smashing windows and shit. We're trying to go against that. We just launched our new shirts. We got the A line, which is what I got on right here, and we have a ride.
And
Wait, hold on.
you've
Sorry, I had a blank right there. We have a Ride to Inspire, and we have a A-line shirt. So here on the screen, this is rideapparelco.com. They both come in black, boom, and white. So that's the 2 shirts right there. We are doing pre-orders, and they last until Sunday. So if you don't grab them until Sunday, they're gone. We don't do them anymore. We're a small company. That's how we run. So there's a link in the description, I think, of this video after the weirdness happened. But here's what we're doing. Anybody that purchases one of these during the pre-orders, we're going to pick one person, and they are going to get a free Atlas 3.0 helmet, the Prime one that they just came out with. If you guys haven't seen, Ruroc is doing this helmet, this Prime helmet, where they're donating $10 for every helmet that is purchased to some mental health organization, which is pretty cool. So really wraps up with the whole positivity that Ride Apparel is going on right now, or that Ride Apparel is. But yeah, so we haven't done a launch this entire year. It's been a while. We have been trying over and over and over to find the right shirts, because the other shirts were comfortable, but they weren't like primo comfortable. These are the most comfortable shirts I've ever worn.
Do you ship to the UK?
We ship everywhere.
There
Anybody, anywhere can grab them. Legitimately, they're my favorite shirts. The old ones, the neckline was a little tight.
Yeah.
We've opened up the neckline. We've kind of gotten a softer level of shirt. So just hit my mic. I am super happy with them. So I think you guys are going to absolutely love them too. And Bo, you've got a white one.
It passed the sweaty hobo test.
Yeah. Have you liked yours? Because
Yeah.
you've been wearing yours
Yeah.
around.
So a lot of shirts that I buy end up looking like garbage, because I'm a disgusting sweaty asshole. And so like wore that I mean pretty much all day when we were on
Without outriding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fine, feels just as soft. So it's been through 2 washes and a bunch of sweating. So
Yeah, so this is the thing that
I've
nobody
got that
sees.
one, yeah.
Behind the scenes, it's taken us months to buy shirts, get them in, try them on, get new ones in. It's taken a long time, but what we've landed on right now,
A-line is fire.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
It's the A-line, the white A-line is probably my favorite one. I love them both, especially the feel. But yeah, if you guys want to check that out, if these designs kind of work for you, would love to have you guys support small motorcycle apparel company. But anyways, and again, those end on Sunday, the 12th. Sunday night at 11:59.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Yep.
So yeah, that's Ride Apparel. That's it. So all right, guys, that's all for the live show.
Oh my god, I will explode.
So the topic for today, ladies and gentlemen, smart helmets. Oh, do you guys look at this? Is only for you guys watching the video or watching live. If you're just listening to us, imagine, if you will, Chase
All the
standing
failed smart tech for helmets in your background.
right. So if you guys are just listening, let me walk you through it. Chase is sitting right in front of the computer and his camera. Behind him lays a giant red Sunix box full. Well, the top,
Covered.
the top full of RIP'd. No, we can't say RIP'd helmets. They're covered with smart helmet technology, including the Scully AR1, the New Viz. I don't think it has a model number. The New Viz.
It does. I don't remember it though.
The Cross helmet that some people confuse with Ant-Man's helmet, and
It looks like a skydiving helmet.
it does. Also, some people might not notice one of these.
Hell yeah!
But hold on, all right, so for you live guys and on the video, y'all better drop a like for us showing you this, because this video we hadn't even scheduled when it's going to go live.
Yeah.
But we have an unboxing coming out
get
soon.
a little sneaky peeky.
Yeah, you guys know we love you.
You
guys
get a little
special.
sneaky peeky.
Check it, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the cool part. You guys, I don't know how many episodes it was ago, but somebody on the live show told us about Foresight helmets. Check these out. So, naturally, what do? Because I ain't afraid to hear no's. I messaged up Foresight and I was like, hey guys, so my team and I do a lot of these smart helmet videos, and we'd love to get one of your helmets in. A few weeks later, done. It's actually a few months later. They sent it out a few weeks later, but something happened with Australia.
Yeah. I am biting my tongue so much, but I am thrilled that thing is here.
Yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about the Foresight helmet. We've ridden in it a little bit, or I've ridden it a little bit. The guys have tried it on. we'll talk about it and give you guys kind of a sneak peek on it.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to be full review. We're not, obviously. We just got it done. We're not ready
you
for
see
full review.
Small bore and two wheels. His comment.
Nuh-uh.
You read it.
I don't read. I can't see it. I literally just. Oh wait. But Chase, can you tell me when your Scully is coming in? I have my Scully right.
No, he says my Scully because people kept asking you where their Scullies.
Oh. I'm gonna hope Smallboard didn't actually buy one because I would feel really bad.
He's doing
it's
it
a
in
joke.
different-
It's a joke. Okay.
He's doing it
cool.
in the SpongeBob upper lowercase thing. Oh my God.
I need caffeine.
Jesus Christ, ruin that joke.
Small
Sorry,
bore,
Small bore.
I'm so sorry I ruined that for you. Okay, so is there anything we need to get to? We've got a lot of stuff going on this week. Is there any like housekeeping shit other than the
I'm done with this
absolute catastrophe?
week. Done with this week. I'm just so fucking done.
Yeah, we've had a rough week, guys. It's just been one of those weeks. You know what? You got a lot of production stuff going on. Sometimes the week doesn't go work with you.
I need a vacation.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Why do you look at me?
I realized that I've been working here nearly 2 years, and I've taken like 1 day off, and I think it was to
Wait, you've been working here for 2 years?
close to it.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, close to it, because we're going to be coming up on my contract.
Is this true story?
Yeah, it's in like
Wait, it was at the end of the Panagali season.
yeah. So
Oh, holy crap. Okay, well, that's
and I think I took
interesting.
1 day off to vote. And that was it. I think I even came in the day I got my vaccine too.
You have to be clear. When you say you haven't taken a day off,
7 days a week. I'm here every day, all day.
you work on the
I sleep
weekdays only.
there.
Yeah, we're going to have to figure out a vacation for everybody. Well, we take January off, so
Yeah.
that'll be that.
Yeah.
You only have to work 11 months. All right, guys, today we were sitting around, we got the Foresight helmet in, and you guys know that Bo and I are essentially two human-sized goldfish, and we can only think of topics that are within a certain span of time. So we got the Foresight helmet in, and I was like, Bo, should we talk about smart helmets? Because like I feel like our channel is one of the more consistent channels with smart helmets.
Yeah.
You know, we got the new Viz thing, we got the Scully, we got the Cross, we got the Foresight now. So I feel like we can talk relatively confidently about like regarding the smart helmet stuff. And there's a thing with smart helmets and smart motorcycle helmets. We can't get a company to stay alive and make a good product. I
think we say this every single time too. It's like they keep doing the same crap.
Yeah, so
And
like
it's just like when we get it, we're like, ugh.
yeah, and we won't comment on certain smart helmets or products. We have to be careful with what we say, is what I'm saying in today's episode. But it's interesting that, like, I feel like the Scully helmet is a good helmet. I think if they would have continued down that path, that could have been a successful product. But the company entirely abandoned the whole damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
It's not sustainable when they do it that way.
I think that's what I kind of want to talk about today.
Yeah.
So, like, why can we not get a smart helmet company to stay around, and what is it going to take for a smart helmet company to make a product, and what are they going to have to suffer through to actually make a viable product?
Okay, so I'd like to preface this. I was thinking about this earlier. Because
What have I told you about thinking, Bo?
I know, sorry. I won't do
That's why
that.
you don't get any days off, because you do just thinking stuff.
Um,
Too soon, sorry.
First off, hey Doodle. She's in the chat, and I just want to say hey to her. Second off, I was thinking about this before the show, and I'm like, you and I have very different requirements from a smart helmet, because you are on the very much the side of the more tech in the helmet, the better the smart helmet. Like that's what you want out of it. And
I do enjoy tech in smart helmets. Yes.
I'm minimal as like.
So do you want any tech at all?
So I consider.
Or-
So when I thought about this, because you and I have had this discussion before about like Bluetooth doesn't count, but I counter that by like, when you think about a smart home, what is by definition a smart home, right? Or a smart device?
Right.
It's a device that interconnects with other devices to create a large network of working devices. So, in that sense, if done in certain ways, like Bluetooth, to me, putting a Bluetooth headset, it is bottom of the rung, but still considered a smart helmet technology.
Okay,
like,
this
you know
is
what I mean?
this is a point, not a point of contention, but this is somewhere where Bo and I disagree. So Bo actually has the Senna Momentum helmet over his shoulder. So this is a helmet. Is it
fully integrated and integrates
Right.
not just the Bluetooth here, but for me, smart is it connects. It's not just the helmet, right? It connects to another device. It's interdependent upon another piece of technology to create this web of connected devices. And to me, that qualifies as far as I'm concerned. Now, there's different levels, of course, because this is just audio, but like I get my GPS and I can hear it. You know what I'm saying? I can answer phone calls. I could, order a pizza. Like.
so? And to be clear, Senna, if you guys don't know, Senna is the Bluetooth company that makes the comms units. They didn't make the actual helmet. Senna's buying helmets in and then retrofitting them with their tech. So Bo considers that a smart helmet.
Yeah.
Now, I understand your argument, but I don't consider that a smart helmet because I guess we could get into that conversation, but I could pop on a Bluetooth device on my helmet and suddenly my helmet's a smart helmet versus that's integrated. I guess that's the argument is if it's integrated,
So
then that's what it is.
there's a difference between. I think the clarification.
LS2 is the company that made the
Yes.
helmet. That's what I was thinking. Okay.
So the clarification for me is that like it's all smart helmets. It's whether or not it's integrated, whether or not it's independent. So like some of those smart helmets back there behind you are integrated,
right.
and independent. So there's integrated, independent, and interconnected. So those three things are like the different flavors of smart helmets for me. And so those back there can exist on their own. You don't have to have your phone attached. Am I right on most of those?
You don't have to, but it opens up like
Right.
the
Well,
majority
that's
of the features.
interconnected.
Yeah.
Right. But there's no. This saying that's not a smart device or the Senna is not a smart device because it doesn't have, two of those things. Like it's integrated, it's interconnected, right? But it's
Right.
not independent. It can't work on its own, right? It doesn't have its own like
Right.
apps or anything. But I mean, like some smartwatches don't have all that crap either, but they still connect those devices. So I think like to me, that's what I think of. You're looking at like the top tier, and the bottom tier still exists though. Like getting your foot into a smart device doesn't mean going and getting the one with all the features, but it still is, for me, it's classified as a smart device.
As I'm sitting here thinking about this whole argument, I do realize that if it has tech integrated into the helmet, then it kind of has to be considered a smart helmet. So I will fold the argument that the Momentum helmet's not a smart helmet.
Yeah.
But as long as we're under the understanding that it is the bottom of the barrel when it comes to considerations to be a smart helmet, it's like adding Bluetooth. It's not a huge deal, but it's in there. It's it's part of the helmet, so that's cool.
But then NuViz is a smart helmet device that's not integrated.
So this is why I even grabbed the NuViz because I want the conversation to kind of evolve. At the end of the day, I want more technology into a helmet. If you don't want technology in your helmet, there are plenty of companies that make helmets with enough technology into them. I don't know if you've heard of them, but there's just an opening in the market for this type of thing. So
the big problem is though, and you have one of the big problems back there. It is that when too many things are too integrated,
right,
then you have there's a zero end to that helmet. Something goes wrong with that helmet, it's a total wash.
Well, so let's use the Scully as an example. So
I think that's the worst way to do it, is to have all of those things that completely proprietary and fully integrated with no path for replacement, no path for like what happens if you crash in that helmet.
Well, so actually, for the people that don't know, let me grab the Scully.
Yeah.
for you guys that have never seen the Scully or never followed the fun shenanigans of this company, this company doesn't exist anymore, so I can say anything I want about this.
How much
thing.
did that helmet run when it was new?
I think I want to say 1,800 was the Scully price.
I thought it was a little bit more than that.
It was either 18 or 25.
I'm pretty sure it was.
the
I'm pretty sure it was 25.
Okay, so basically what Scully did was they came out with this helmet very similar to the Senna helmet. Scully's not a helmet manufacturer. They didn't make this thing. They put this little tech module on the back, and if you guys can see if you're watching live, there's a little camera here, and that camera shows up on this little reticle right here. You can see behind you. You can see your
I'm sorry.
speed.
What does it show up on?
A reticle? Wait, what is
No,
the
no,
word?
no. That's fine. It's a it's a recticle from now on.
No, what's the word like?
No. You said it right. Keep going.
No, hold on. It's not recticle. Oh, no. What is it? What is it?
No. Recticle. Go for it.
Eyepiece. I don't know what the word is.
Yep.
Damn it.
Go for it.
All right, recticle it is. Anyway, so this little guy, you can adjust it up and down. If you guys are just listening, I'm just showing the people in the live show and the video. You can move this thing up and down.
Yeah,
The
you can
recticle.
move the recticle
you can
up and
move
down.
the recticle up and down, front and back. And basically, this gives you the view from back here. So you can have essentially 3-dimensional view. The helmet feels solid.
So to be perfectly frank, since fuck them, they don't exist anymore.
Yes.
That is a cheap piece of shit helmet. Like that is a speed and strength helmet.
But it's a helmet, and it's
So like that's the thing. Remember the first one that came out?
it doesn't say ECE certified, so that does worry me a little bit.
No, okay. So like speed and strength, which I have used before, they're perfectly adequate helmets.
Bro, you can push these lights in on the back.
It's a perfectly adequate helmet. Like it will protect you. It's not. I mean, I wouldn't trust it with like the most horrible of crashes, but it's going to do the bare minimum of protection. But they're like the bargain bin helmets for the most part. Some of their higher end stuff is good, but like for the most part, they are like the budget.
That doesn't bother
brand.
me though,
Right?
dude.
But it does bother me because there is fucking no way there was $2,350 worth of tech in that helmet.
Well, so
and if you wrecked on it, that's down the toilet.
we'll get to that. But here's the thing, and that I think one of the hurdles that we as a community are gonna have to get past for smart helmets to be a thing.
Yeah.
The way it's going to work, I promise you, this is how it will happen. A company is going to have to sell a few items that are way more expensive than they should be. The Scully costing $2,000, totally understandable. I wouldn't buy it for that, but I understand the price point. What happens is a lot of people buy an okay product for a gross amount of money, and then after that money is used, if it's a correct company, they take that money, they make the helmet better, they technology better, and then they bring a Model 2 out for ideally cheaper, and that just works its way down until, like, realistically, I think smart helmets need to get very close to the $1,000 mark to be broad market, right? Like, I could understand paying around $2,000 or $1,000 for a smart helmet.
Less tech and a better helmet. And a path of upgrade, because that's the big problem. So like the
in a perfect case scenario,
the Scully, like that's expensive, prohibitively expensive, especially for the amount of protection you get. You're getting cool tech, but their biggest downside was that most of their stuff was proprietary, right? Like their app. And
yes,
the
you had
GPS and all that crap was
so like if you're connected to the helmet though, you can probably listen to anything you want because it's just a Bluetooth connection to your phone.
But the actual HUD itself was
Yes.
all proprietary. And when you do a closed loop ecosystem like that with tech, like you run into, you have to support that and make sure that it's up and running. And that's all that you'll be doing for the remainder of its shelf life.
Well, so that's
and then nobody's going to use it because it's like, why would I have all these things already. Why do I need to use your thing for your thing?
right.
When I can just say, okay, I'm going to put a Cardo in my regular helmet that I like.
Yeah.
And just listen to my music and my app and make my phone calls. Because that's all it's really doing. It's just giving you a visual representation.
Right.
Well, where we part is the HUD. I don't give a crap about the HUD.
I love it though.
I think
love
that
it.
having that there as a screen with not so. I don't want to say too much about the Foresight helmet, but they do something that I really like, which is less is more. Right.
I do think the Foresight helmet does, and we'll show you guys what the Foresight helmet does later in the
so when I see that screen, my brain is going to be like, oh, I need to look at what is on that screen to make sure that I visually confirm what the thing is saying. When I'm on my Cardo and I hear the directions, that's it. It's a passive involvement in that process. I hear it, I do it. But there's something about it. It happens. This is why in my car, when I'm doing my GPS, I put the phone backwards, shut the screen off, and have it come through the speakers in the car so that I'm listening to it and watching the road. But as soon as I have it up, like sitting here, I'm looking at it. I'm looking straight at it. And on a motorcycle, that's like just one less thing that I need to be paying attention to. And I realize you with the rear view camera and stuff, like I looked through that thing and that's all I could focus. My eyes would always, and watching you and Brian on the cross helmet, right? Mm-hmm. Like when I edited that video, like that's what I saw is you constantly looking down at that thing. It's just another form of distraction. I'm like, I don't need that. So less is more.
So I do disagree with that. I for one, I think the HUD is the way to go for like a true smart helmet, but I don't think, even with the Scully, I think Scully was close with it, but I don't think it's been done the right way yet.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people say this in our videos. I want to be
clear. I'm not against the HUD. I'm just against them using it as like a phone screen. I don't need that.
No, absolutely not. That's what I'm saying.
Less
it has to be
more.
It has to be totally see-through. It has to be non-distracting.
Yeah.
A HUD should be there for when I want the information, it's available.
Yeah.
I don't know, and to be clear with everybody, like guys, I don't have the answer to this. I don't know what the right way to do it is. I just know the experiences I've had. Personally, as far as HUDs go, I think the Scully has the best use of a HUD thus far.
I don't know, man.
You don't think so?
No, because technically, any of those helmets behind you have a HUD. The way that
there's a difference in a HUD and what you're talking about, though, and we'll get into the Foresight. Let's just show the Foresight helmet. That way I don't have to do this shit of like, oh, yeah, we'll show you the Foresight helmet. Wait, do you have the ad queued up that we can just play?
Yeah, we'll play that. We'll get it set up. So we've got
all right, guys. Yeah, we're gonna play our Revzilla ad real quick for their RPM. God. If we don't come back, you guys know what happened. But when we come back, I'll show you guys the HUD on the Foresight helmet, and then we can talk about it.
Yep.
What's going on, guys? This episode of Live on Ontwowheels is brought to you by Revzilla's RPM membership. What that is basically a membership program that only costs $60 a year, not a month, but a year, and you get a ton of rewards from it. It's kind of like Amazon Prime for Revzilla. So if you're buying a lot of motorcycle gear, especially on Revzilla, this could be really interesting for you. Check out all of the things you get for this. So you're going to get free 2-day shipping and returns. You're going to get 10% off exclusive brands. You're going to get 5% cash back, period. Also, for you first-time members, you're going to get $15 in cash back from the moment you get this membership. It's also going to include early access to sales and phone lines and exclusive events. So if you're somebody that buys a ton of gear and could find a lot of value in this RPM thing, by all means, we'll have a link for you down in the description below. Thank you guys for supporting the show by going to that link. And thank you, Revzilla, for sponsoring this episode. We'll see you guys with the rest of the show.
Okay, we're back.
All right, guys. So I've got the Foresight helmet here. You guys can see the little logo if I don't squinch my fingers too much. So the Foresight helmet does this HUD in a very cool way. I'm going to be watching my camera to make sure you guys can see it. So I'm going to power the helmet on real quick, and you guys should be able to see what I'm talking about, or see the HUD.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah, how cool is that? So that's probably as much as we can get. I could do the little light tour, but I think that would be a lot to do on a live show.
Yeah.
So, well, let me turn that off. So, guys, what Foresight is doing is kind of the less is more thing that Bo's talking about.
Yeah.
They have, instead of a heads-up display, I guess technically a heads-up display, but what it is not a display. It's this muted LED light that
addressable
full color.
addressable RGBs, sequential and diffused.
It's diffused light that can change colors.
So good.
Okay, so
good.
for example, and we'll show this in our unboxing video or the review video whenever we come out.
Yeah.
If you are coming up on a right turn, a green light will go like this.
And it'll also give you the audio cue too in the speakers.
So it's got the LED bar up here. You can charge it and put SD card here in the chin. And if you're wondering why you put an SD card in a helmet, it's because this little guy is a camera. Can you guys see it on the on my cam? This little guy is a camera. It's got built-in microphone. It's got speakers that you can actually adjust right here.
It's carbon fiber. It's got a drop-down shield.
Oh, yeah. So let's do that. Let's do I'm trying to get it to where you guys can see it. Boop. Fighter pilot mode.
Yeah.
Then you can charge it.
It's a decent 1080 camera that doesn't have, like, stabilization on it, but, like, it's cool.
Right. Charge it here, SD card there. We're still playing around with it a lot. We're still getting used to it and trying to figure out this whole dang thing.
So this is a perfect example, though, because you said all of those things are replaceable, right?
So, yeah, that's the Foresight helmet really got me and Bo being like, oh, snap, we might actually have a company that is doing things right. So this helmet is a regular helmet, and I don't know if you guys can see, but there's little screws right here where the camera is. The tech module of this helmet can be removed from the helmet.
And we are not going to say how much it costs right now, but we will say it is definitely more affordable than any other smart helmet that's on that.
I looked it up. It's $1,200.
Oh, you're going to say it?
At 12.
Okay,
yeah,
well,
I mean, we can say it.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted to. I don't know what you want to hold. I don't know your notes.
I get it. Gears and Gadgets, thanks for the $10 super chat.
$1,200 for an ECE carbon fiber helmet. That's a legitimate helmet.
Yeah, and it has replaceable tech. And if you get in a wreck and the electronics are okay, I think if I understand what I've been told correctly, Foresight you can ship your helmet back to them. They will replace the helmet and put your old electronics into the new one for half price.
Yeah.
So $600, you can get a brand new helmet back. Real quick before we get going too far, Gears and Gadgets, I appreciate the super chat. Bro, if you guys haven't seen Gears and Gadgets channel, the dude has done a couple videos now where he's cutting helmets in half. So if you guys want to watch that, it is extremely interesting content.
I watched every second of that, and I was like, "This is
as a guy."
It was like he was taking money and just going like, "Please let this." I hope this does well, because that's an expensive video.
I saw the Shoei versus Rock helmet video was doing pretty good.
Yeah.
So hopefully that becomes a series. Helmet companies aren't going to send you helmets, I doubt it. But props to you, man. Doing God's work.
Okay, so that clarification right there.
So $1,200,
right?
Replaceable technology,
modular, replaceable, module. That's the combination of those two things.
Hey, we speak for a living, ladies and gentlemen.
I think that highlights why I like that helmet so much compared to the other ones, because I've pretty much shit on any smart helmet that comes out with the same formula, right? They all have the same formula. They keep trying it. It's not sustainable.
Oh, we need to point this out, because this is a huge point.
Yeah.
Foresight is not a speculative company. These guys have sold 1,000 units right now, and the only reason they're not selling anymore is because of this giant chip shortage.
Yeah.
So they're waiting.
'Cause they're Australian, aren't they?
They're Australian.
Yeah.
So check this out. They've done 2 or 3 like small launches. Like they literally only had like 1,000 helmets, and then they had 300 helmets. They have sold out every single time they do it, and they're actually shipping. Like, people have received helmets. So there's people out in the world that have these things. So when we did the unboxing of the Foresight helmet the other day,
I've never been excited about a smart helmet.
No, so yeah, you guys never see this. This is always behind camera, but every smart helmet we've had in, Bo is very critical of them, and justifiably, and has not been, excited, impressed, really, seeing where this could go.
Yeah.
I felt like that with the Scully helmet. I felt like if Scully would have held on as a company,
There's
they
no way
could
they
have gone
could
somewhere.
because it is.
It's financially prohibitive of
it's-
them to
it's
continue.
cost prohibitive for
Cost
them
prohibitive, yeah.
and cost prohibitive for people. So they're never going to make their money back because
Well, they can, but the road is so long that
there's-
you've got to have deep
you've got to
pockets.
operate in the negative for years in order to be at the front runner of that technology.
But that's why I was so excited about Scully when they came back, because the company that bought the IP,
hookers and blow, man, it's more important.
well, no, the company that bought the Scully IP, they were the owners of two like motorcycle manufacturers. So my thought process
they
was,
wanted
okay,
the patents. That's all they wanted.
well, that's fine though. But like my thought process was like, okay, cool. They've got other companies that can cash flow, that can hopefully hold them through to get this thing to its $1,500 price point.
So that's the thing. That's the ticket, because those people they're smart about not losing money is what it is. Like when they see the technology and all the patents and all that IP,
Yeah.
and then just crunch the numbers, they realize it's not going to be sustainable at first tier tech, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what they were. Scully was like first tier smart helmet tech in that sphere.
Yeah, that
at level.
category of super expensive and a mediocre product, if we're going to be honest.
Right. And
Yeah.
so every single company that I have seen that has helmets like that use the same formula and are offering it for around the same price. Nobody's trying to like figure out a better way to do it. And that's, I think, why I was so excited, because like when it comes down to smart stuff, like again, for me personally, less is more, but also as a business, less is more, because the Foresight doesn't have to have any proprietary really anything. All they have to do is to be able to, right now their app is what functions with some of the lights and stuff, but that's a coding thing, and given enough time and energy, it's infinitely cheaper to write code to work with existing apps using their API.
And you also don't have to
Right.
to have anything physical, so
There's
the
no
customer can just
display.
get updated.
So you've now wiped out a huge part of what your R&D goes into, which lowers the cost on the operating side, which lowers the cost for your product. You don't have to make up a lot of R&D.
Right.
Like I said, it's infinitely cheaper to program using available APIs to use your lights and stuff, your like LED
Right.
heads up, to work with other apps than it is to program a whole HUD and all that stuff. I think.
Dude, Discord is such a great place. Let me just
Is there? I didn't even set up. I didn't even set up the thread for today because I was
it
was a shit show.
Here's my thing with the Foresight, that I, just having ridden around with it a little bit, I do worry a little bit with it. It might be too simple, and it's the reason I like HUDs is with the Foresight helmet, you're going to have to memorize and know what colors and what trajectories of light mean.
I think
you could forget that.
I think that it would become very intuitive, and really all you have your audio, right? So like the audio that you're hearing, like turn up your left turn in half a mile, right? You're
Right.
going to see the visual cue. Your brain's going to have this muscle memory that you will be able to turn down the volume eventually and just know that, like, okay, that's my left turn thing. I think it's so much more intuitive. Yeah, like you with a screen, you just look down. You don't have to memorize anything. That's true. You look down and you
Right.
see it, but you become so dependent on that visual of looking down that you're taking more and more out of what you're doing because you're focused on what is happening here. And the more devices that you connect and the more things you're doing on it, the more often you're looking down there. Whereas if it's a passive light and you just you've built the muscle memory, like you're paying attention and out of your periphery, you see that.
Yeah, I get it, but I also think it's going to be the same thing as like a new motorcycle dash. When you learn where the information that you want is, you can look at it a lot faster. Also, Mr. Light Mod.
Mode.
Yeah,
It's the light mode.
so
Yeah.
mode. Your image was the best one I could find on Google Maps to look the most technical.
What?
Also, we need to get one of those things in and just like really kit out a helmet.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool. Yeah. So thank you for making your photo.
I just
Shout out to
think
you.
this is the future because this is the only real.
You're saying the Foresight helmet.
Yeah, that kind of attitude where it is a passive experience with an active audio experience. So passive visual, active audio. So if somebody's saying something in your head.
So you're saying the light is more of a cue to be listening.
Well,
Is that what you're saying?
It is less of a cue to be focusing your attention away from what you're supposed to be looking at because it's a light. You can do it in your peripheral, right? And you don't have to look at it to see what's going on because it goes all the way across.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Your eyes don't have to move off of what you're looking at on the road to get the information.
Exactly. So I think, and again, we go back to the fact that like it really does lower the cost overall as a company, as a consumer.
I do agree with that. And
so the more that people go down this kind of route and then maybe introduce a HUD that just has, shapes or something like that, like that's the way to go forward. Having a screen to replace your phone, just putting your phone in front of your helmet is a bad idea. So we don't need phone interface. It has to be a whole new interface. And this is the newest type of interface that I've seen that I can go, I'm 100% behind that.
Well, so that's one of the things that gets me really excited about the Foresight helmet is because this whole conversation that we're having of nobody's done it well and nobody's done it consistently. So
it's become very cynical because every time I hear about a new one, I'm just like, bah.
Yeah, you hear smart helmet and Bo's just like, all right, F you guys, I'm going to leave. But I'm over here like, I want this to happen so bad. So when I see Foresight do it, we haven't done the hardcore testing of the Foresight helmet yet, so I don't want to talk too early, but I feel really good about that helmet. And I'm hoping that, they have a racer that like legitimately races with the Foresight helmet.
Watch the clip on it.
Yeah, the dude like
cool.
takes a tumble on a Panigale during a race. It's like, it's legit. And it's all recorded. By the way, it also records audio. So it's literally, you can buy this helmet and you can moto vlog the second you get it. It's kind of cool. Yeah. One thing that gets me excited about the Foresight helmet is the hope that this is the kind of like the Harley did with their Sportster. This is the entry point of getting us into this realm of like, okay, we don't have to have a HUD to get started. Let's do this little LED light bar, and then maybe let's work into a HUD because, I'm not gonna lie, I would love to have an Iron Man helmet. It would be the joy of my life to ride around with some sort of computer in my head of like, oh, this and turn right. I know that I don't even know if that'll ever happen, but I just want forward momentum in the right way. I don't want a product to come out, be super flashy, be super expensive, and then fail.
Well, yeah, because then you're not thinking about the long game at all.
We've been proven if you go straight
this isn't just speculation.
No,
right?
we have examples behind me.
Yeah.
We literally have examples behind me.
Yeah, and it is great for like dash cam, things like that. And I responded to somebody in the chat, I believe it was Phoenix, blinky lights and stuff. It is super subdued. And it's very soft and it's not that distracting.
So that's why we made the point. And it's going to be hard to film it, but we'll do the best we can. The light is extremely dim, and it's not bright and flashy. So we'll do the best we can.
They are doing it in a way that I would if you had given me the project of Bo, give me an idea for a smart helmet. It would have been close to this because the idea is that you are introducing technology. It's the next step up from just putting a GoPro and a Senna or a Cardo on your helmet. It is integrating those things into the helmet in a way that is lower barrier of entry, which this is a lower barrier of entry helmet than any others that we've seen.
And that's why they can come in at that price point.
Exactly.
It's carbon fiber, and it's still $1,200.
And then later on, so they sell a bunch of these, and then later on, they can be like, all right, here's our next step up. Now we can introduce this thing here.
Right.
And because it's modular in some cases, like if they come out with a 4K 360 camera.
Yeah, you send the helmet in, you get a module swap.
Right?
Call it
Oh,
a
we've
day.
upgraded the light bar. Now it includes like a small display.
This is one of the huge issues, guys, that we have with smart helmets. Is like most of you guys probably know, you've heard us talk about this. Helmets, the foam in your helmet, you have a 5-year lifespan.
Yeah.
We have seen in comments that guys are like, I've had a helmet for 9 years and it's just fine. It's not.
It's
like
not.
it's scientifically not.
Yeah.
So if you want to reckon that, by all means. But
it will most likely still protect you, but it will have a chance at failure especially the EPS liners. That foam breaks down.
right. So with your helmet having a 5-year lifespan and you putting tech in a item that has a 5-year lifespan, like that just doesn't vibe. You're talking about a lot of money and you're not getting any added lifespan.
Yeah.
Let's pretend that a company has everything modular. If you wear your helmet for 5 years and you want to trade out, I assume Foresight's thing will be like half price. Foresight
That's
is an
why
example,
I like that new Viz thing, because it was like it's a GoPro that like has that. And now they did it, and it was very clunky, and it's heavy, and it's big. But
so this is the new Viz, guys.
It's a cool idea because it integrates the heads-up display, a camera, all that stuff right there, and it's something that if like you get a new helmet, you can just clip it on the new helmet.
So I agree with what you're saying
That is the Motorola cell phone of helmet
smart.
technology.
So here's the thing. So guys, if you guys don't know what the new Viz is, that's what I'm holding right now. It's essentially a clipped-on smart helmet device. So it'll connect to this little base plate, and that goes into the headphones that you have inside your helmet. You have to wire all that stuff in. But it has this little display that can pop off, if I remember correctly. I'll probably break it. All right. Oh, there it goes. So this can come off. So if you needed like a new lens or something, the thing I don't like about this, yes, it's clunky, but it's entry tech to get to this point. It's got a camera so you can record stuff. I understand. Okay. Apparently, I haven't kept up with it very well. I understand it in a premise of like, yes,
that thing
you can
came
have
out a long time ago too.
It did come out a long time ago. This thing would have to be so tiny though, and I've used this, and I'll go ahead and tell you, when you have this visor, this heads-up display outside of your helmet, the usability factor just
100%.
drops.
Well, like I said, it is the Saved by the Bell cell phone of like smart helmet technology, but it was also one of the first ones that ever did something a little different and tried to say, hey, when your helmet gets replaced, you're not out this device.
I have ruined it.
Yeah.
Wait,
so like I think we both can agree we like, just put it down, dude. You broke it. It sat up there forever, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But like the future is integrating these things more and more. Like that's
in a modular way.
That's the natural progression of technology, is that miniaturizing it and integrating it with I mean, we're surrounded here by technology that's all like
unfortunately
integrated into its like closed loop ecosystem, but like everything's interconnected. You've got the ecosystem of like Apple, where like your phone and your watch and your computer and your TV and all this stuff connects. So like we have been heading that way for a while, and motorcycles have long been behind technology when it comes to what's generally available and what then gets put into motorcycles and motorcycle gear. And we're starting to get to that point now where like if that Foresight helmet is any indication, it is finally some people that are in tune with that like ecosystem idea are going like, no, we have to make it more approachable. We have to make it replaceable. We have to have a forward path of upgrades, side grades. We have to make this work the way that we want to intend it to work, but also be able to sustain that for any amount of time so that we can then go to the next thing and the next thing. And when the next thing comes out, that's going to be like the high tier stuff, and they're going to be just slowly creeping by with this. And then eventually the price of that technology, as it gets more and more common, goes down, and then they can just meet right up with it. That kind of looks like a Harley Davidson power band, where it kind of meets and then goes up. Little camelback there, but like,
Jesus Christ.
yeah. So it's like, eventually the next big thing in technology will go into a smart helmet, and that smart helmet would be $3,000 freaking dollars.
It can't be $30,000.
You know what I mean?
That's not gonna.
Somebody's going to try it. That's what I'm saying. If like there's a new technology
That's true,
that hasn't been in motorcycle smart helmets, they're going to try and be like, all right, it's $3,000, you get this, and blah blah blah. And then companies like Foresight are going to be like, let's see if we can take that down a couple of notches, and then ride this out until that gets cheaper, and then we can find a way to make that into the next thing. And I think that's the appropriate way to go with smart helmets. I would love to put some actual time in on that helmet, and see what it's like.
I'm very hopeful and happy to see them operate in a manner of slow, small, steady, like make a batch, sell the batch, learn from the people that bought the batch, make the next batch.
And so, like, so far, what I've seen from that helmet, just having it in there, first off, it's a real helmet. It's a good helmet.
Yeah.
And that's the best starting helmet in a smart helmet I have seen.
The Foresight helmet by far feels, as far as like taking tech out of the conversation, as far as just helmet feel, it feels like the most solid.
Bro,
helmet.
I wish I could find out what helmet that is based off of.
I mean, it's carbon fiber. It's legit.
Yeah. But then like their technology is solid. Like it's good. So you're just gonna have to get another one so I can ride around in it.
We'll work on that. So guys, it is 6:00. We are gonna get out of here. Sorry for our
winner.
We didn't even say anything.
Oh.
We'll do a double down next week. We'll do $100 Revzilla thing next week for Discord.
Yep.
All right, guys, that's it for us for tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching live if you are, or listening to this podcast if you watch it in that forum.
Wait, Doodle. Oh, she's like, y'all are still going?
We are.
Never mind.
So we always miss the 6:00 time. So guys, before you leave out here, make sure to hit that like button. It is massively appreciated. And we're here every week, Thursday nights, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless we sound like machines, in which case we'll be back shortly. What else? We got a first ride of a rocket coming out tomorrow. That'll be fun. All right, I'm gonna go home. Oh, I might take the Foresight helmet home. Ooh, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye.
Bye, guys.
Wait, where's the poot? Nailed it.
Every time.